Do you ever feel bad for being too nice? Like being that person that avoids conflict all the time, only to feel like you are getting the raw end of the deal. I don't want to rock the boat. It's not worth the drama. It's fine, I'll just go along with it. It feels like you're being easygoing and nice, but there's really a price to be paid for being quiet the entire time, and you're the one who pays it. Now, I'll be straight with you. For most of my life, I wasn't the quiet one. I was the other guy, the one who'd jump in and take over and make sure my opinion won. In the first couple of years of my career, I was on this committee deciding something really small and insignificant in the grand scheme of things. It was about whether we could wear jeans on Fridays. I know. And I grabbed the floor with this and announced we should ban them. And when a couple people said they actually liked their jeans, which is a really good statement to make, I just rolled right over them. I got my way in the room, and I felt pretty terrible about it afterwards because I realized that those quieter folks in the room had real opinions, and their unease in dealing with conflict made them just immediately fold and let the loud, cocky, young, annoying guy have his way. I bring up this story because I've now seen this from both sides. And what I know for sure is that the loudest voice, the dog that barks the loudest, in the room usually wins, while the quieter and often smarter ones just get talked over. So if you're the quiet one, here's what I'd want you to hear. Every time you suppress what you really think just to kind of keep things smooth, you're not really keeping the peace. You're sort of erasing yourself a little bit at a time, and it's going to add up. Avoiding that conflict is exactly how you wind up overcommitted and worn out and usually resentful, saying yes to the third or fourth thing you never wanted to do in the first place. My advice to you is to pick one honest thing to say each day in order to break this. Something low stakes. Speak up about where you want to go eat. Mention the small disagreement in a casual meeting. You're not looking to pick fights here, I promise, but you need to get some reps in order to build up that habit. Practice that kind or a gentle no. When someone asks for more than you've got, you can just say, hey, I'd love to help, but I don't have the room for it right now in my schedule. You can pair a yes with a little bit of a limit. That's just being honest with people. If you speak up in the right way, it is a sign of respect. You're basically saying, I care about this enough to be straight with you. Staying quiet all the time just to avoid some conflict might feel okay in the moment, but I can't recall any time in my own life where I built up resentment under the surface and it made a relationship better. Your voice truly is worth something, and it's allowed to take up a little space. This is the 8th and last video in my series on the excuse personas, the stories we tell ourselves to stay stuck or unchanged. Here's the one thing I'll leave with you though. These 8 excuse personas really don't work alone. They kind of feed off of each other. The I'm not ready hands off to the I'll start tomorrow, which leans on the I'm too busy, and around it goes. So if you've watched the whole series and have seen yourself in more than one, that's not a coincidence. I show you how to connect all 8 and how to get out of the entire cycle, the excuse loop, in my book, The Excuse Index. You don't have to beat all 8 of these at once if you're resonating with all of them. You don't even have to beat one of them today. You just have to catch yourself in the middle of one. That's the whole trick. Just notice when it happens. Because once you can name the excuse and label it while it's happening, it will start to lose its grip on you. So what I'd ask this week, catch yourself in just one of them and go do the thing that you've been avoiding anyway. That's how all of this starts and how you can begin to make real change in your life.